Hello, everyone. I'm David Loeb. I'm the treasurer of the Farmers Market Institute, and it's my honor to introduce my good friend, Sallie Bingham, who is our Rainmaker Philanthropy Award honoree. Sallie and I actually met 3 years ago at an Institute fundraiser. We hit it off immediately, and we kept in touch, and we got to know each other better through our successes and through our grief. No one exemplifies courage to me more than Sallie, no one I've ever met. She's shown the courage to write about her family history in very honest terms. She's shown courage in writing about the death of her little brother and even the death of her son, Will. I'd like to read a quote from the What Came After section of Passion and Prejudice, her family memoir, that I think really exemplifies the courage that she has. Women have often been silenced in history, our voices discredited or blotted out. We've been silenced to preserve elements in the hierarchy, political or social, public or private, institutional or personal. I chose to speak. And speak she did. When the book came out, her family put together an 11-pound dossier that was sent to all of the important national media outlets. It's all there in the book. I suggest you read it. I'd like you to watch a video now that gives you a brief introduction to Sallie and the way she thinks about philanthropy and thinks about courage.
She's just this wonderful, positive woman who is generous in her giving in more ways than one.
I knew her in the early days when we were doing the farmers market building, and she's always been just very supportive of anything that has to do with the land, the sky, the water, the earth.
I don't think any of us are born courageous. I grew my courage. I think by the time I was in my late 20s, I had pretty well established in my own mind that I was courageous. That's what it takes. And knowing that it was hard for me to be a misfit, I knew it was hard for other women to be misfits. And there are more than a few of us. The patriarchy doesn't really give us much scope. You can't just expect to glide along the surface of the earth, using up all kinds of resources and offering nothing. And to my mind, too many wealthy women are so afraid of sticking out, of becoming misfits like me, that they only use their money for very conservative and conventional causes, and that's not really what we need, particularly right now at this moment of crisis. Real change can't just come from the top, but you can't expect people whose income depends on compromising to be radical. It's expecting too much. They've got to eat. It's got to be somebody who's willing to be a misfit. First of all, it's just spreading the message among a lot of different people. You know, growing matters. Not using pesticides matters. Not using chemical fertilizers matter. So that people who never have themselves do any farming get how important this is, and then of course that is translated into other things like not buying plastic that can't be composted. I think the Institute has been really useful to farmers who maybe had very little representation in the community before. It's where I see my dream enacted. I support a lot of other not-for-profits that are doing good work in various ways, but I don't see that they're achieving what the Farmers Market Institute is achieving.